The Reserve Bank of India has eased loan norms post-demonetization. RBI has decided to give additional 60 days to repayment for small borrowers. In another development, RBI in a statement has said that people exchanged and deposited over 5 lakh crore rupees worth of scrapped 500 and 1000 rupee notes at different banks till November 18, following demonetization. The banks also distributed over 1 lakh crore rupees over the counter and via ATMs between November 10 and November 18. The death toll in the tragic train accident near Kanpur has risen to 145. Making a statement in Lok Sabha, Union Railway Minister Suresh Prabhu said a high-level inquiry has been ordered into the accident. The minister promised strictest possible action against those guilty behind train derailment near Kanpur. In order to further support farmers for the current Rabi season, the government has decided to allow farmers to purchase seeds with the old high-denomination banknotes of 500 rupees. Farmers can purchase seeds from the centres, units or outlets belonging to the central and state governments, public sector undertakings, national or state seeds corporations, central or state agricultural universities and the Indian Council for Agricultural Research on production of proof of identity. Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today chaired a meeting in New Delhi with export promotion councils to discuss the impact of demonetization. Briefing media after the meeting, Sitharaman said that the impact of demonetization is very minimal. During the meet, some of the representatives expressed concern over the withdrawal limit as most of their procurement happens to be in cash. For the fourth consecutive day, opposition parties continue to disrupt proceedings in Parliament on the monetization issue. Both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha were adjourned for the day as opposition continued protests over the demonetization issue. Union Information Broadcasting Minister Venkaiah Naidu today held a meeting with industry bodies related to films. The cinema owners' representatives discussed their concerns with the minister. The minister assured the cinema owners' representatives of early solution of entertainment tax-related matter. After the meeting, Venkaiah Naidu said that he has advised the representatives to submit a comprehensive memorandum. Earlier, the Union Information Broadcasting Minister Venkaiah Naidu today inaugurated the Indian Panorama, a platform for filmmakers from India to showcase their ability and craft of storytelling at the IFFI 2016. Addressing the gathering, Naidu complimented the jury members and said that all the films selected under various categories have been an excellent blend of cinematic values. In Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistani troops resorted to heavy cross-border firing on forward posts and villages on the line of control in Rajouri district. The army and the BSF responded to Pakistan's ceasefire violation. One BSF Jawan attained martyrdom, while 4 army soldiers were injured when Pakistani troops resorted to heavy cross-border firing. The wreath-laying ceremony of the BSF head constable Rai Singh took place in Rajouri district of Jammu and Kashmir. The Jawan was martyred in heavy firing and shelling by Pakistan across the LOC in Rajouri and Mendar sectors. Tributes were paid to the brave soldier. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar today said the recent surgical strikes across the LOC have put forth the message that the government will not be aggressive, but at the same time will also not take things lying down. He was talking to media persons after the commissioning of the new warship INS Chennai. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar commissioned INS Chennai, an indigenously designed and constructed Kolkata-class guided missile destroyer into the Indian Navy. INS Chennai is among the largest destroyers constructed in India and has been built by the Mazagon Docks Shipbuilders Limited, Mumbai. CBI today got non-bailable warrant against Vijay Mallya from a special court in Mumbai. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav today inaugurated the Agra-Lucknow Expressway in Unnao. The IAF fighter jets touched down on Agra-Lucknow Expressway in Uttar Pradesh as it is opened to the public. With the opening of India's longest greenfield expressway, the travel time between Delhi and Lucknow will reduce to 6 hours. At least 27 people were killed and dozens injured after a suicide bomber on Monday triggered a powerful explosion at a Shiite mosque in the Afghan capital. The blast took place in the Darul Amman area of the city. Team India has beaten England by 246 runs in the second cricket test at Visakhapatnam to take a 1-0 lead in the 5-match series. The visitors got bowled out for 158 runs to hand India a win on the final day of play. The Indian spinners shared 8 wickets between them, while Mohammad Shami picked up 2 wickets in India's win. The win helps Virat now to become the 4th most successful Indian captain in Test cricket.